Spotify is down in the pre-market. CEO Daniel Ek telling employees in a memo he is, quote, deeply sorry about how the Joe Rogan podcast controversy is affecting them. This after a compilation video of Rogan using racial slurs made the rounds on social media. Ek adds he will not pull Rogan from Spotify, saying, quote, while I strongly condemn what Joe has said, and I agree with his decision to remove past episodes from our platform, I realize some will want more. And I want to make one point very clear. I do not believe silencing Joe is the answer. His argument, David, is that canceling, as Ek put it, is a slippery slope.
Yeah, and he made the same point when we had him on last week, obviously talking about earnings. The stock, by the way, not responding particularly well to those earnings as well. It can take a listen to what Ek had to say for himself when he did join us after earnings late last week.
I think the big balancing act that we're trying to do as a company that's just critical is balancing creative expression with, of course, the one about the safety of our users. And that's also why we published this weekend our policies and really for the first time did that. And that's probably on our half something we should have done earlier, and that's on me. But we have them out there now so that everyone can look at these policies and understand what goes on our platform.
You know, a lot of the podcasting, of course, is done in order to get margins higher. Remember, this is a company that in 2018 promised that a longer term it would have margins in the 30s. It's not there yet, Mike, and it's difficult to imagine the music business, where they're paying out roughly 70% of revenues to the companies that provide that music to them, is going to get them there. Podcasting is the way to get to this promise, which they have yet to actually fulfill, of plus 30%.
Yeah,
margins.
the original or exclusive content's the only way out of that commoditization trap. And it's really, I mean, it's a reminder that the business model hasn't really proven out to date right now, just in terms of profitability. And you mentioned the margins, and that stock has a very similar pandemic round trip look to it as a lot of the other ones. Kind of doubling and then halving again over the last 2 years.
What are we calling them? A round trip? What did you just say? It's got a round trip.
I guess
round trip pandemic look to it.
Yeah.
Round trip pandemic look. I like that.
Pre-COVID levels.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
so
Zoom has got
a
that,
lot of those
obviously.
happening. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought Spotify necessarily, though, should be in that bucket.
Either. And you wouldn't necessarily have thought like a PayPal would either,
right?
Even though, because it was obviously a mature business before that, and it wasn't purely about, but it was just a front loading of demand, I guess, and excitement. It was front loading of. So many people rushed into the market. The market did so well. There was a lot of aggressive flow, and at least that was working in the pandemic, right? It was someplace that still didn't have its business upended.
Meanwhile, the number of podcasts on Spotify, Q4 19, looks like about 500, 600,000. It's above 3.5 million now. Amazing. And Daniel's talking about 50 million creators at some point in the future.
I don't even. So who's? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't understand. How do you mark? I don't. 50
You're
million.
Literally throwing up your hands.
Yeah. 50 million podcasters. So, okay. I mean, I saw that the other day, and I had trouble understanding what a creator was.
Right.
I was like,
but it's also like, how many creators are there on YouTube?
Yeah.
I mean, and the top 5
garner,
get most of the
50% of the
right.
Right.